Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of the Lighthouse. My name is Jon Puryear, and we're doing lesson 3 in this series that I call From Denim to Diamonds. From Denim to Diamonds. So in that section, we've got me representing denim and my wife representing diamonds, but truly we're all trying to reach how to be a diamond. How to go from coal into something that is beautiful and very strong. Everybody loves diamonds. So we look at our iPad and we're looking at the updates again of our apps because they need to be updated because they have been improved. The bugs have been fixed. There is something new that makes the app better. So it shows you on your iPad, your iPhone, your tablet, whatever it is, that you need to update this app and get the newer, improved version. And that's what we're doing for us. We are trying to improve us. So again, you put your picture on your iPad, on your tablet, whatever it may be, and then you start looking at the applications that are in your life. Now, in the part 1 of this series, we looked at how we would improve us as a person, as an individual, as a man or as a woman. It had to do with our character. It had to do with our integrity. So, and we're the only ones who can change that. Integrity is everything. In the second session, we looked at how we could make some updates or how we could be a better spouse, how we could be a better mate, whether that is a husband or a wife or even a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a fiance or a future spouse. We looked at that one. Now in session 3, we're going to look at how we could be a better parent, how we can be a better father, how we can be a better mother. Now this is very, very important because we've got God, number 1, in our priority list. Number 2 in our priority list is our mate. And then number 3 in our priority list are our children. So we were children once as well. So you had a mother and a father. Or at least a mother and a father. I mean, it took 2 to be able to make you. Whether they were in the picture or not, that's a different story. But we did have a mother or a father to be able to look up or maybe not look up to. Maybe your childhood wasn't that great. Maybe your childhood was very, very good. Your mother and father were the best that you could have. And maybe some of you didn't have a very good childhood. You didn't have a father or a mother that was present or one that was very loving or very kind. There are many people that have different stories on how they were raised as a child. Myself, I was adopted. I was adopted at birth by my mother and my father, my birth parents. My biological parents, I don't know. I don't know who they are. I haven't sought out to go to courts and try to find them. I haven't done that yet. My mother has passed away, but my father is still alive currently today. And I'm telling you, I had a great childhood. I was very fortunate and very blessed, and I had 2 loving parents that could not have children on their own, and they went to whatever expense that it took to be able to get me, to be able to adopt me. Now, we all have some rough times in our childhood, but usually what we do as a mother or a father is that we look at our own mother and father, and that's who we try to imitate, or that's where we learn to be a parent. Now, there's where you get your good or your bad. When you finally become a parent, you birth the baby, but there's no book on how to be a parent that comes out with it. There's no instructions. So the instruction manual is basically here. What we have learned by our parents, by our grandparents, by other parents, by other people, by reading books, by going to seminars, and just really doing the best that we can. So I want to be a better parent to my children. And that's what every parent wants to be. You know, I've heard a lot of people say, I don't want to be my mother, or I don't want to be my father to my kids when I become a parent. But most of the time, guess what? That's exactly who you become. My dad is my hero. He truly is. He's not a perfect man. He hasn't done everything right. He didn't do everything that I wish that he would have done. But let me tell you something. He's my hero. He's pretty awesome, and he did the best that he could. And I've learned from that. And he wants me to be a better parent, a better father than what he was. That's usually what everybody wants. But I want to tell you something. That if you are a parent, if you are a mother and a father, I don't care how old you are. If you are still living, you are still here on the face of this earth, it is never too late to go make amends with your children, with your child. It is never too late to apologize to them for something that you have done in the past. To make amends, to try to make that right. It's never too late. It's never too late to start now. Don't ever use the excuse of, well, it's just been too long. I mean, it's been too many years. I haven't talked to my kids in 15, 20 years. It's, I'm going to die, here pretty soon. It really doesn't matter. It's too late. No, it's never too late. Pick up a phone. Do something. Get in contact. At least try. The only thing that you can do is what you choose to do. Your part. I'm not saying that they're going to be receptive or things are going to change on their end, but you have no power over how they choose to react. But you do have a choice, the power over what you do. So it's never too late. So be a father, be a mother to your child. Be the hero that they need you to be. Encourage them, inspire them, motivate them, teach them, train them. They need to know that you're proud of them. No matter what it is, you're still proud of them. They can mess up, they can do wrong, but it still doesn't matter because in the end, you are going to love them, you are going to choose them, you are going to be their biggest fan. You're going to love them unconditionally. That's how our loving Father, my God, that's how He loves me, unconditionally. Doesn't matter what I do. I know that by grace alone, He is going to forgive me when I ask Him. And He's going to love me no matter what. That's unconditional love. That is grace. That is not to be earned. A child should not have to earn your love. It should be freely given away by you. My children are my life's greatest accomplishments. I don't do everything right. I'm not doing the things that I wish that I could do. I need to change. I need an update button on this one. I want to look at something that's in the Bible again because I do want to update the way that I am as a father. Solomon was a man in the Bible. I already read, Song of Songs to you. And in Proverbs, it is a lot of good wisdom. And in the first several chapters of Proverbs, it is Solomon, King Solomon. And he starts out each chapter the very same. And I want to read that. And it's just, I've got my Bible again, my Glow Bible on my iPad. And I'm going to read chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. And I'm telling you, if you'll read every chapter in here, you'll see where it starts out this very same way. What he's doing is he's trying to give instructions to his children. He's trying to be a father. He's trying to train his children to be on a right path, to know right from wrong, and to be good, productive citizens in this world, in our society. But the very first, chapter 4, verse 1, he says, "Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction. Pay attention and gain understanding." That's one thing. This is what we can go by. This is King Solomon talking to his children, to his sons, and he's telling them, listen to me, because I want to instruct you that's going to keep you on a path. Now right here it says, 2, I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. Train your children. 3, for I too was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. So he knows what it feels like to be a son. And so he's trying to let them know that he knows what it's like to be a son, but now he's trying to be a father to them. So he's trying to let them know that he understands where they're at. Then 4, it says, then he taught me, and he said to me, take hold of my words with all of your heart, keep my commands, and you will live. Verse 5, get wisdom, get understanding, do not forget my words or turn away from them. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Though it cost you all you have, get understanding. Now, I could go on and read King Solomon's words of wisdom that he was trying to press on to his children. I mean, it literally does. I mean, there's several things in there, but what it means is love. In 1 Corinthians, it always talks about, love. And people like to read the verse at weddings. I've read them at almost every wedding that I've done. And it talks about love and the different things. And at the very end, it says, and the most important of these is love. And that is true. Love your children. Love them unconditionally. Be their biggest fan, their biggest supporter. Train them. Discipline them. Whatever you see fit on discipline, be sure, do not discipline, do not punish your children when you are angry. Don't do it in anger. You'll do something that is wrong that you will regret for a lifetime. If you are angry before you discipline your children, make sure that you send them to their room and tell them that you want them to think about this while you go figure out what punishment you need to give them for whatever they did wrong. Guys, that's a timeout for you. That's a time for you to get them in their room to think about whatever. But it's a timeout for you to be able to go into another room and let that anger pass and come back with a rational mind and then think about what you need to do. And then you won't be doing anything in anger. And it will save you in the long run from truly hurting your child, possibly abusing them. You understand? Be a good father. Maybe you need the update to be able to be a good father, a good mother. And a quote that I always try to leave you with a quote after each section that I do. I will tell you that my children are my greatest life accomplishments. My children, I've got 2. I've got Tanner Goff, which is my from my first marriage. I have Hope Mackenzie Puryear from my second marriage. And now I have 2 stepdaughters and 1 stepson. I have Ashton, and I have Alexa, and then I have Chance. So with a blended family, true blended family, I have 5 children. And they are truly my greatest life accomplishments. I've messed up in the past. I apologize every day. But I'm not going to stay stuck in the past. I'm going to move on into the future, and I'm going to change. I'm going to repent, and I'm going to be a better father. I'm pressing the update button. I hope that you press it with me. Thank you so very much for joining me again for this 3rd session in this series that we're calling Denim to Diamonds. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless you. I hope you catch me in the next one in part 4.